shit. What's the business? I'm out the woods. Man. It's starting to come down. And it was cold out there. It was getting cold. Anyway, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the next episode of Reading with SHILO. What's the business? What's the deal, yo? How you feeling today? Man, we back at it, ready to get back into the next edition. Continue rolling through the sea of pages that Mr. Khaled Izaac has laid before us in the book of PATRICE O'Neal. This is part 13. Part 13 in the book of PATRICE O'Neal, based on the philosophy of Black Phyllis, man. We're at part 13, man. And we're going to pick up where we left off earlier today. What is the benefit of marriage to a man? So, since I ain't see nothing in the woods, shit, might as well read. Oh, I wish I saw a deal. Knock his lung loose. Hey, it is what it is. We're going to keep pushing on this, though. Let's succeed at this. Let's succeed and finish up at this. We don't have much left to go. We have less than 100 pages. Less than 100 pages to finish the book. If I keep reading like I'm reading, I think I'll make good headway. We'll make good headway. We can probably finish in about 3 more sessions. 3 more sessions, 3 more episodes. 3 more episodes. But let's get the routine going. Work our body, work our mind, work our body again. Yeah, let's get back to it. Shit. My hands is cold, man. My hands is cold from being out there. I'm going to do some push-ups. Let's work our body, do some push-ups, and then we'll read. What you going to do? 25. That's all I ask of you. You do 25. I'm going to do, probably just do 25. But, 25. That's all I'm asking. Get off your ass, man. Shalom, shalom. Get off your asses. Build better habits. Let's just do something, man. Get your heart going. Move around. Don't cheat yourself, man. Let's do better. Be better. Before we read, let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All I ask is 25 of you. Whatever you gonna do 25 of them things. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 times. Get off your ass. 20 times. Get off your ass. 21. Get off your ass. 20. Shit. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25 times. Oh, man. 25 times. Get off your ass. Do something. Something. 25 times. Whatever it is. Whatever you can do. Whatever you can do. You know you. I don't know you. You know you. Whatever you can do. Do shit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 4, 25. Oh, good googly moogly. All right. Let's read now. We done worked our body. Hopefully you done did something. Hopefully you did something. I did something. Man, I'm out here in the bottom, in that boot. Coming from out them woods today. I ain't see shit. I want to shoot me old deal. Straight out the woods to read Mr. PATRICE O'Neal to be understood. Yeah, I'm out here. So we're going to be out here. And we're going to keep rolling through the sea of pages that's been laid before us. Hopefully I can find some treasures in here. It's been some good stuff. Some stuff I wish I would have known. You know, some stuff I know. And some stuff I wish I'd have known a long time ago. A long time ago. But, hey, hopefully you learn your lessons before it be too late. Some people get to skate by. Some people learn what they need to learn one try. Some people got to be bust up the head, you know, a couple times. Whew. I hope you're not in them shoes. Hola, ¿cómo estás? Me llamo SHILO. I'm out here. I'm out here, hermano. What is the benefit? What is the benefit of marriage to a man? The part 13, the book of Patrice O'Neal, based on the philosophy of Black Phillips by Khaled, Izaac. What is the benefit of marriage to a man? The only benefit of marriage for a man is knowing you're legally obligated to one vagina for the rest of your life. How's that a win? Patrice O'Neal. This truth is, marriage is a losing game for men. And men today, if they really sat down and weighed the pros and cons, would see that marriage offers them little to no real benefit. Men walk into marriage thinking they're getting companionship, intimacy, maybe even a solid partnership. But what they end up with is a contract that strips them of their authority and burdens them with all the responsibility. Marriage used to be about building a life together. But in today's culture, it's become a one-sided deal where women reap the rewards and men carry all the weight. Men don't need marriage for happiness. Let's be real. Men don't need marriage to be fulfilled. The modern man can live with a woman, have kids, and still keep his sense of self without signing away half his shit. Women, on the other hand, need that ring. And why? Security, status. It's part of their wiring. But men, nah. You can be happy, successful, and free without locking yourself into a lifetime contract that, statistically speaking, is more likely to end in misery than in bliss. Yet society, especially women, have convinced men that marriage is the only way to be respected or seen as a real man. That's bullshit. The risks for men are high, too high. Here's what happens when a man gets married. He risks losing his friends, his personal space, his finances, his sex life, and his respect. And if things go south, and trust me, in most cases they do, he's looking at losing half his income and, in many cases, his family. Women walk away with the security they wanted, while men are left picking up the pieces. When a man enters a marriage, he's trading all the leverage for a sense of companionship that doesn't hold the same value as it used to. Men aren't built for marriage anymore. Back in the day, there we go. Men had a reason to get married. Society was structured in a way where men benefited from marriage too, but today, not so much. Now, marriage is designed to benefit women. They get security, commitment, and status. Their end game, meanwhile, men get a bill for that commitment. Patrice would say it loud and clear. Don't be fooled into thinking marriage is a man's game anymore. Women get what they want, a provider, security, someone to take all of the responsibility while they get to dictate how things go. The sad truth, you don't need marriage for love, sex, or even kids anymore. So why sign up for a game that's stacked against you? And at the end of the day, marriage in today's world, is a setup for men. So think long and hard before you step into something that's more likely to destroy your freedom than enhance your life. Why men settle? Shalom, shalom. Why men settle? Women have to ask their men if they've womanized before. And if he says no, then don't marry him. He ain't ready yet. He has to womanize in order to be faithful. Patrice O'Neal. Patrice always got straight to the point when it comes to relationships. And why men settle is no different. For men, settling down isn't about finding the hottest woman or the one with the best body. Men settle where they find peace. Looks fade, sex becomes routine. But what really lasts is the sense of calm and security a woman brings into a man's life. And Patrice often said, a hot body and good pussy can only take you so far. It's not the beauty that keeps a man coming back, it's the peace he finds when he's with her. Men have to go through the phase. A man isn't truly ready to settle down until he's been through his womanizing phase. Like women talk about, they got to go through their whole phase. Huh? Yeah, let them go through their womanizing phase. I'm out you. A man isn't truly ready to settle down until he's been through his womanizing phase. He has to get it out of his system. If a man hasn't had the chance to live his life, chase women, and indulge in that side of himself, he'll never appreciate what it means to settle down. And that's why Patrice advised women to ask their man, have you womanized before? If he says no, don't marry him. He ain't ready. Because it's only after a man has been through that he can really value peace and commitment. What men really want. Men aren't looking for a trophy wife or someone who's just good to look at. They're looking for peace, trust, and stability. After all the chasing and excitement wears off, what's left is whether a woman can offer him a calm, stress-free environment. Patrice knew that a man who's constantly on edge and dealing with chaos or drama won't stick around. But a woman who can bring that sense of balance, who isn't constantly trying to stir things up, is someone a man will settle with. The power of peace. Patrice was clear. Men crave peace, and women who understand this hold the key to keeping a man long term. It's not about trying to keep things exciting or playing games to keep him interested. That's short-lived. What matters is a sense of security and trust a woman brings. If she can be the calming force in his life, if she can be someone who he can rely on without the drama, he's going to stick around. Physical attraction fades. Peace endures. Physical attraction fades over time, and the hottest woman in the room might catch a man's attention, but that's not what makes him stay. What keeps a man loyal and committed is the peace of mind she brings. And when a man feels comfortable, safe, and at ease with a woman, that's where he settles. And the only way a man gets to that point is after he's done chasing the excitement and learned that true happiness comes from being with someone who adds to his peace, not his problems. Man. I think that whole thing right there needs to be outlined. I think that's a good one. Physical attraction phase, sure do. You can get some saggy titties, maybe. If you keep up with yourself, you won't. Physical attraction fades over time. The hottest woman in the room might catch a man's attention, but that's not what makes him stay. What keeps a man loyal and committed is the peace of mind she brings. When a man feels comfortable, safe, and at ease with a woman, that's where he stays. That's where he settles. And the only way a man gets to the point is after he's done chasing the excitement and learned that true happiness comes from being with someone who adds to his peace, not his problems. Don't add to my problems. Are you an asset or a liability? Oh, I need liability insurance for my old lady when I get one. Liability. I wonder how much that costs. Liability insurance for your old lady. I don't want full coverage. I just want liability. Just in case. It's not a man's job to find a wife. It's a woman's job to prove she's worthy of marrying. Patrice O'Neal. Patrice's wisdom cuts through a nonsense when it comes to the modern dating game. The idea that men need to be out there desperately searching for a wife is completely backwards. Society tells men they need to settle down and find a good woman and get married like it's some kind of race to the finish line. But the truth is, it's not a man's job to find a wife. It's a woman's job to prove she's worthy of marrying. Women aren't automatically marriage material. And most women today are not truly marriage material. Why? Because they've been taught to focus on what men can do for them and not on what they can bring to the table. And let's be real, just being a woman and looking good doesn't cut it. A man's value isn't just a paycheck, and a woman's value isn't just a body. But society places the pressure on men to do all the chasing and all the courting and all the proving, as if men are the ones begging for a partner. The reality is, women are the ones who need to step up and prove that they can bring value beyond just being a companion. The burden of proof is on her. It's not enough to be attractive or nice. A woman needs to show she's capable of bringing real value to a man's life, and whether it's through emotional support, loyalty, or being able to hold her own when things get tough. A relationship isn't just about what a man can give to a woman. It's a two-way street, and a high-value man expects his partner to step up. If a woman can't bring anything beyond her look, she's not worth the investment. So stop buying into the fairy tale. The idea that men need to go out and find their queen is a fairy tale, and Patrice would have laughed at it. The truth is, most women are not queens, and not every woman deserves your commitment. A man's role is to build his kingdom, and if a woman wants to be a part of it, she needs to prove that she's worthy of standing by his side. It's time men stop buying into the idea that they have to hustle and struggle to win a woman. Instead, they need to sit back and let a woman demonstrate what she's got. Only then should a man even consider making her his wife. Qualities to look for in a woman. Let's see what they are. Qualities to look for in a woman. If marriage is what you decide you want, fellas, and you see the risks, you understand the risks, and you accept the risks, then this is what you should look for in a woman. Patrice O'Neal. A strong alpha father figure. The way a woman relates to men is often shaped by the father figure in her life. If she was raised by a strong masculine alpha male, she's more likely to have a healthy understanding of what masculinity is and respect it. Women raised by weak or absent fathers often carried unresolved daddy issues, which manifest in chaos and dysfunction in relationships. Patrice often said, a strong father figure sets the tone for how a woman will interact with men if she didn't have one. Will interact with men, period. If she didn't have one, it's like trying to teach a fish how to fly. Rejects equalism. One of Patrice's biggest points is that men and women aren't equal, and trying to force the idea only leads to dysfunction. You need a woman who understands that men and women complement each other, but aren't the same. She should respect your role as a man, and you should never apologize for being the leader. As Patrice would say, women don't want to lead. They just think they do. Trust. Trust is foundational. A woman should trust you implicitly, not just with her emotions, but with her entire life. Women don't trust a man they think is weaker than them, he'd say. And without that deep trust, the relationship is fragile. And if she can't trust you to steer the ship, you'll always have turbulence. Admiration. If she doesn't admire you, she doesn't respect you. And if she doesn't respect you, she can't love you. A woman has to look up to you. This doesn't mean being domineering or a bully, but rather that you have to be the man she believes can lead her. You can't be equals in someone who has to lead, and that's your role. Excuse me. You can't be equal. Someone has to lead, and that's your role. That's better. You have to be come on. You have to be better at something. Even if it's just being more assertive. Women lose attraction when they see you as too similar to them. Genuine desire. Genuine desire. Patrice always emphasized the need for genuine desire. A woman has to want you so bad, it's like she's obsessed, he'd say. If her desire for you isn't natural and strong, it won't last. Look for a woman who's into you, so into you, she'd do anything to make it work. She shouldn't just want to be with you out of obligation, but because she truly feels passion. You want to ride or die, the one who fights for you even when you aren't there. She accepts leadership. Leadership in relationships is essential. And women instinctively look for men who lead. She doesn't want to be your equal. She wants to feel safe. Patrice would say that. And that safety comes from you being in charge. She might resist at times, but deep down, she craves that masculine leadership. You're not running a democracy, you're leading a team. And she's looking for you for that strength. Sexual chemistry. Sexual chemistry. A woman who desires you will make you feel like the king in the bedroom. Look for a woman who opens up, responsive and passionate about you physically. That energy is vital for keeping the connection strong, and a woman who enjoys pleasing you will work to keep that fire burning. That type of woman. Emotional stability. No man wants to be with a woman who is constantly creating emotional drama. Hell no, Patrice would say. A woman who's emotionally stable is like gold, because too many out here are a mess. And you need a partner who can handle herself emotionally. So you're not always walking on eggshells or being sucked into unnecessary drama. A positive attitude. You need someone who brings positivity to your life, not negativity. If she's always complaining, negative, or bringing drama, then walk away. A woman should be uplifting, bringing joy and peace to your life. A pleasant, positive woman is worth more than her weight in gold because she enhances your life rather than draining it. And independence, but not ego. While you want a woman who can hold her own, she shouldn't be so caught up in her own ego that she feels she doesn't need you. Women need to be taken care of emotionally and physically. A woman who balances her independence with her willingness to let you lead is a rare find and a great partner. Ultimately, a good woman adds value to your life. She doesn't take away from it. She doesn't create unnecessary chaos. And she doesn't make you question your role as a man. She knows you're in charge and she respects that. Trying to read too fast. Trying to read too fast and good. Got me stumbling. When you have deep relationship problems with a woman you care about. When you have deep relationship problems with a woman you care about. Women don't do being blamed very well. Patrice O'Neal. Oh, I know that's right. Patrice had a deep understanding of the complexities that arise when things get tough in a relationship, especially with a woman who you care about. Women, by nature, are experts at avoiding responsibility when conflicts hit. Like Patrice said, women don't do being blamed very well. So, if you're expecting her to own up to her faults during an argument, you're already setting yourself up for disappointment. She'll deflect, change the subject, or shift the focus onto how you approach the issue, making it more about her feelings than the actual problem. Patrice was clear that trying to use logic and reason in the heat of the emotional argument is a waste of time. Men tend to look for solutions and accountability, but women process emotions differently. When they feel attacked, they'll go into defense mode, and that's when things get messy. If you're trying to fix the situation by getting her to admit she's wrong, you're fighting a losing battle. Women will pretend their emotions are women will protect their emotions at all costs, and even if it means turning the blame back onto you. One of Patrice's key lessons was to never let yourself get emotional when dealing with a woman's irrationality. Stay cool, keep your composure, and let her emotional storm pass over you. The moment you get worked up, you've already lost the upper hand, and instead focus on setting clear boundaries and calmly expressing what you need. That way, you maintain control and show her that the relationship operates on your terms. Trying to force accountability will only make her double down, so don't waste your energy on that. The goal isn't to assign blame, it's to maintain your peace of mind and emotional control. And if the relationship is worth saving, both of you will need to put in the effort. But don't lose sight of the fact that your peace of mind comes first. If you handle things calmly and firmly, you keep the balance of the power in your favor, and she'll respect you for it. Everything's a down payment for sex. Everything's a down payment for sex. Guys, have you ever gotten pussy you didn't invest time, energy, or resources in? Time, energy, or resources? Yeah, I guess. Never. Men often think they're not paying for sex, when in reality, nah. Yeah, I done got that. I done got it. Maybe. Men often think they're not paying for sex, when in reality, every date, every conversation, and every bit of time or money spent is a form of investment toward getting laid. Whether it's a fancy dinner or just spending hours talking or being present, you're putting in the effort and resources for possibility of sex. It's all a down payment. The truth is, men invest time, energy, and money, and in return, a woman may or may not choose to reciprocate with sex. If you strip sex away from most relationships, you realize that many women have little else to offer. On the flip side, take away a man's success or financial contributions, and most women would walk away from the relationship. This transactional element in dating is undeniable, even though few want to openly admit it. And women consume resources. And if the return isn't sex or genuine desire, it's better to shift your time and energy towards someone else who will value it. Men hate and love women. God gave a miserable creature the power to make us happy. Patrice O'Neal. Women don't grasp what it means when men say they hate them. They tend to misinterpret it as a threat, thinking, oh my God, they want to harm us. But that's not the case. What men truly hate is the sense of entitlement and an unearned power that women hold, particularly through their control over sex. It frustrates men to jump through hoops and put in effort only to find that women aren't often ordinary. This realization breeds resentment. Women wield their power without even understanding its potential harm. After leading men to feel bitter about the chase, the games, and the difficulty in getting what they want, Patrice learned that harsh reality firsthand when falsely accused of rape as a teen, highlighting the immense, unchecked influence women can have. But despite all that, men still love women. There's nothing more exciting than a feminine, energetic, caring, and sexy woman who can bring chaos, passion, and joy into a man's life. We love women, but we also hate the hurdles that they make us go through. The key is to understand and accept women for who they are, not who you wish they are. Once you fully grasp females' nature, you can navigate relationships with ease, enjoying their company without anxiety or bitterness. And the truth is, it's not women who are the problem, it's the unrealistic expectations men place on them. Women are powerful and beautiful. Let me make sure I got them. Yes. Women are powerful and beautiful, capable of both joy and pain. And accepting this is how men can love and understand them better. 2 girls, 1 cup, shattering the illusion of innocence. If anybody hasn't seen or heard about it, it's basically 2 gorgeous women performing a seat of vomit fetish film. A seat and vomit fetish film. Most people, when they see it, go, "Oh, God, no." Patrice O'Neal. "Oh, God, no." Patrice O'Neal. The deeper context of 2 girls, 1 cup and why it's a phenomenon according to Patrice. What made 2 girls, 1 cup a cultural phenomenon wasn't just the shock factor. It was the way it exposed the double standard in how women present themselves versus how they really are. Patrice O'Neal often pointed out how women like to maintain an image of purity, virtue, and morality, all while indulging in the same filthy and depraved desires as anyone else. This video shattered that illusion for a lot of people. It wasn't just about the grossness. It was about how it exposed the hypocrisy of the good girl facade women often put up. Men are conditioned to jump through hoops, be charming, financially stable, emotionally present, and sexually competent, all to be deemed worthy of a woman's affection. Yet here's the truth that Patrice would call out. All that effort we put in to uphold women, all these moral and virtuous beings, is shattered when you see something as raw and depraved as 2 girls, 1 cup. Women are human, with the same flaws, the same dirty desires, and the same filth as the rest of you. Yet society teaches us that to put them on a pedestal. And Patrice always emphasized the idea that men often get frustrated because after doing everything right, chasing women, courting them, bending over backwards to earn their approval, what we get in return is far less than the effort we put in. This video is a stark reminder that the women we think are above us aren't as angelic as or special as they make themselves out to be. And that's where the real frustration lies. After all the work, you're left feeling like you've been sold a lie. He got me. Oh, I bought a wolf ticket. Oh, Lord. Oh, I've been scammed. Oh, they got me. Oh, Lord. Oh, why nobody told me? Oh, they got me. And then, 2 girls, 1 cup isn't just shocking for what it shows. It's shocking for what it represents. It breaks down the illusion that women are inherently more virtuous than men. The video is a metaphor for the frustration men feel in the dating game and chasing an ideal that doesn't exist, realizing that at the end of the day, women are just as flawed, dirty, and human as we are. So stop putting women on a pedestal and start seeing them for who they are, really are. Flawed individuals, just like us men. Women pretending they don't want sex. Women act like sex is some favor they are giving out, but they want it just as bad as we do, if not more. The game is they just won't admit it. They just won't admit it. Patrice O'Neal. Let's get one thing straight. Women want sex. They crave it. They think about it. And they fantasize about it as just like men do. That's why they got them roses. That's why everybody's shit gonna be burnt up with them roses. Can't stop the rose. Can't stop it. Can't stop the rose. Burn up. Electrocuted. Oh, Lord, electrocute this shit. That's what they want anyway, man. They want men and women separate. They want women using the roles and men using the sex robots. That's what they want. They don't want people in nuclear families anymore. That's old shit. You know, that's what, you know, because a lot of people like to say, especially when it comes to marriage, you know, what marriage really supposed to be is considered old shit. They think that's some old shit. Roses at an all-time selling high. They getting ready with the sex dolls. They about to go on the market. If they ain't already on the market, shit. It's gonna be like in Demolition Man. Whenever what's that? Sylvester Stallone thought he was about to go have sex with that girl, and she sat him back across from on the couch and put on the damn Oculus. Oh. I can't do it. I'm old school. Yeah, man, I'm old school. I don't want no. Shit, I don't know what the hell happened. Yeah, I don't want no Oculus love. Old school. Turn down the lights, light a candle. I need to see. I need to be in the mist. Gorillas in the mist. Let's get one thing straight. Women want sex. They crave it. They think about it and they fantasize about it. It's just like men do. The difference is that society has taught them to pretend like they don't. The whole "I'm not that kind of girl" act is just that, an act. That's what I think. I think it's an act. I never did this before. What the fuck ever? Well, don't do it now. I mean, well, go ahead. You did be your first time, then. Hey, that was it. All right, yeah, whatever. I ain't sure. Well, you lying to me. They be lying. Why you always lying? The whole "I'm not that kind of girl" act is just that, an act. It's a power play, a strategy they've developed over time to keep men chasing, guessing, and working harder than something they've already decided they want. Women love to play the game of acting like sex is beneath them. like they're doing you a favor by even considering it. But here's the truth. They enjoy sex just as much, if not more, than we do. The issue is, they've been conditioned to believe that showing their true desires somehow makes them less valuable. So they play coy, acting uninterested, making you jump through hoops to earn what they were always going to give you in the first place. Think about it. How many times have you been with a woman who said she wasn't in the mood or wanted to wait, only to find out later that in the right situation, all these reservations disappeared? What happened to all that? Women are emotional creatures, and their desire for sex is no different. They'll tell you they're not interested, that they need an emotional connection, but put them in a scenario that makes them feel safe, comfortable, or desired, and suddenly all that not in the mood stuff vanishes. The game isn't about whether or not she wants sex, it's about her controlling when it happens. Women want to feel like they're the ones deciding when and how it goes down, even though they're likely made their minds long before you even got to that point. They enjoy sex, but they enjoy the power of making you think it's a rare gift that they own, that only you, if you're lucky, get to experience. Yeah, right. Oh, I'm the man? So you know me with nobody else. That's what you're telling me. You're a virgin. That's what you're telling me. I ain't knocking it. Don't believe it. What you is apostolic? Oh, you might be. Apostolic, you might be a virgin. You might be a virgin. You might be. Your mom and your dad is still together? Oh, yeah, you might be. You might be. All right. I ain't tripping. Patrice understood this better than most. He knew that women use sex as a tool to control the narrative in relationships. They act like it's a precious resource they're handing out sparingly. But the reality is that they're just as hungry for it as you are. They don't want to be judged for it, though. So they'll make you work for it, making you feel like it's your job to convince them. You know you want it. Give it to me. Give it to me. Give it to me. That's it. Women will wear the tightest dress, give you those bedroom eyes, flirt and tease, all while maintaining that they aren't looking for anything sexual. It's a lie. They tell themselves to keep the upper hand. It's about image, about not wanting to be perceived as easy or too sexual. Even though, deep down, they want you to take charge and lead them into exactly what they're pretending to resist. The resistance being a hoe. Don't be a hoe right now. Don't be a hoe right now. But I want him to make me be a hoe right now. Am I crazy? Here's the kicker. Once you see through the game, it all becomes so clear. The key is to never take a woman's word, that's right, at face value when it comes to sex. Look at her actions, her body language, and how she's interacting with you. If she's spending time with you, enjoying your presence and flirting, she's already made up her mind about you. The act of pretending she doesn't want sex is her way of maintaining control, keeping you on your toes and making sure she doesn't seem too eager. But as a man, you need to understand that this isn't about her not wanting sex. It's about her wanting to feel safe in her desires. You should never push or force anything, but you should recognize the signs. When a woman is ready, don't let the surface level, I'm not into you, talk fool you. Women love sex. They love it in ways that society has trained them to suppress. But trust me, it's there. And the moment they feel safe, understood, and free from judgment, that facade crumbles. The power dynamic of sex in a relationship comes down to one thing: understanding the game. Women pretend they don't want sex, not because they don't, but because it allows them to control when and how it happens. They're not special for withholding it. They're just playing their part in a much larger game of power. And once you see through the charade, you can navigate these interactions with confidence, knowing that you're both after the same thing. You just have to play your role better than she plays hers. One last section. That's going to be the last section of this episode. Rejection is good for you. Rejection is good for you. Men, don't be afraid of rejection. Go to a girl and have her go, fuck you. Then straighten your tie out and say hello to another girl. Patrice O'Neal. Rejection is inevitable, especially in the dating game. The real issue isn't the rejection itself, but how men handle it. Too many men let the fear of rejection cripple their confidence, stopping them before they even try. Here's the truth. Rejection is a natural part of the process, and in any form, it's a gift. Success is often a numbers game. So every time a woman says no, it's not about rejecting your worth as a man. Instead, she's disqualifying herself from the opportunity to be with you. That's right. She is the one missing out. She. So brush it off, straighten your tie, and move on. Don't take it personally. Let it toughen you up. Like those Muay Thai fighters who condition their shins by kicking trees. Each rejection is just conditioning your resilience. In the early stages of dating, rejection should mean nothing to you. And when a woman turns you down, she doesn't even know you yet. She just responds to your approach, not your value. That's why you should never apologize or feel weak if she turns you down. You're screening her just as much as she's screening you. Use every rejection as a learning opportunity. Just adjust your approach and keep going. The goal is to build resilience. And the more you experience rejection, the less it impacts you. And when rejection doesn't faze you, it becomes your superpower. Lesson 26. Rejection is your friend. Patrice, go ahead, man. What's your question? Jared. Okay. I've kind of been in a deep depression. I was in it for about 4 years and I wasn't really going out with anybody. I settled during that time, meaning there was a girl who approached me and I kind of went along with it. It was good for me, but now I feel better about myself. I really want to get out there, but I'm a little bit scraggly looking. I'm not the clean cut kind of guy. I look like a hippie, and there are a lot of parties going on this summer. I'm 22 years old, still pretty young, but I don't have a lot of self-confidence. Patrice. Okay, so what's your question, Jared? Jared, do you think just by going to parties I can learn a lot? Not necessarily trying to score, but by learning how to communicate with women so that later on, when I do want to do something, I have that ability? Would you recommend that? Patrice, let me tell you your problem, man. You made me sad just listening to you. And here's the deal. You're afraid of rejection. You have to toughen up your leather. Get out there and say, how are you? And if she goes, fuck you, say shit. Then straighten your tie and say hello to another girl. It's a numbers game. And don't take it personally. Rejection is what's messing you up. Rejection is part of the game, not the end of it. The problem. Yes, sir. The problem isn't being rejected.
What I watch.
Say it again.
You put on Saturday again.
Okay.
It's starting over.
All right. The problem is, get off of me, boy. The problem is taking it personal. Men need to understand that rejection has nothing to do with their worth. It's about persistence, learning, and building that leather tough skin. Every interaction teaches you something. So approach, learn, and move forward. Each rejection is just one more step towards the success that's waiting. Rejection is not your enemy. Inaction is. The only way you lose it is by sitting on the sidelines, too afraid to engage. And once you realize rejection isn't personal, you'll stop fearing it and start embracing it. Every no brings you closer to the yes. And when you're able to take rejection in stride, you become unstoppable. That's how you build confidence, not by avoiding rejection, but by facing it head on, learning from it, and moving on. In the end, the man who keeps trying is the one who wins, not the one who never steps up. And we're going to stop there. We're going to stop there for this session of Rowing Through the Sea of Pages. This has been episode 13, or part 13 of this episode of Rowing Through the Sea of Pages with SHILO. No, reading with SHILO. We're going to pick up next time with When You're Afraid of Rejection. When You're Afraid of Rejection. We'll pick up there next time. We almost done. Let me see. 269, 233. I mean 333. My bad, John. Where was I? Go back to what I wanted. 64 pages, man. 64 pages left. That's what I was trying to see. 64 pages. Yeah, 64 pages left to read. And I would have assassinated another book. This is going to be book 25. Book 25 on the list. Boom! Knock that bow out. Oh, man, I'm out here. And we're going to move on to some revolutionary shit. Next. We're going to read about, hey, y'all. Let's see what we can. Google it, moogly. Oh, Lord. Almost slip out the chair. And slid everywhere. Oh. Oh, Lord, what you trying to run up in here and scare me, boy? You trying to run up on me? Oh, you trying to run up on me, ain't you? What's up?
I'm really gonna get you.
I'll take it, my boy. I'll take it. You feeling okay?
Yes, sir.
Where your house shoes, man? Get your house shoes on your feet. Go put you some house shoes on your feet, pickerhead, boy.
It looks like you're done reading.
Almost. Yeah, I'm almost done reading. Yes, sir, almost. Yeah, after that, well, we're gonna go on to the slave revolution in the Caribbean, 1789 to 1804, a brief history with documents. Laurent Dubois and John D. Garrigus. It's another small one, so we're gonna try to go ahead and knock this one out. I've been wanting to read about the Haiti Revolution for some reason. So that's gonna be next. That's gonna be next. Boom. Slave Revolution in the Caribbean, 1789 to 1804. That's gonna be after we finish this one though. We got just putting in work. We got 64 more pages. Boy, made me kung fu chop you. We're gonna finish after we finish that off. I gotta do my push-ups anyway. Are you gonna come on, let me do 28. We worked our body, we worked our mind. Now it's time to work our body again. So let's talk about 25 things. Get off your lazy behind. That's what's up. That's what's up. All praises. Now, do 25 things, man. Get off your lazy behind. Do 25 things. It don't matter. Just do something. Do something. Get your body moving. Come on. 25 things. Let's go. What? No, what you doing? Turn around. Come on. Up. There you go. Bam. 25. That's good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I got you. 13, 14, 15. What you doing, crazy? 16. Go ahead. Now you can do it. 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Bye, y'all. I did my 25 things. I hope you did 25 things. I'm out here. And that has been this episode, man. I appreciate everybody. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell your people, man, SHILO out here reading shit. And right now, we in the sea of pages that Mr. Khaled Izaac has laid before us in the book of PATRICE NEAL, based on the philosophy of Black Phillips. And we're going to take it, man, one book at a time, one episode at a time, one session at a time, one chapter at a time, one page at a time, man. Here a little, there a little, till we seek and find these treasures. What can we learn and grow from through each of these books that we pick up, man? And I'm going to keep doing my part. Destroyer of worlds, a shallow hammer, man. I'm out here, man. I'm out here reading shit. Do my part, man. Pirate on the sea of pages. Arr. Me and boys walk the plank. We out here. Man, until next time, catch me on the back end. Catch me on the next go round as we continue to move towards the end, man. We're trying to finish this book out, man. Shalom, everybody. Stay warm.